In this course, we learn about vital topics that can really help us in our everyday life and our professional careers. This course is broken into four different topics or sections, and one of them is the basics. And in the basics section, the thing that I felt that would be important in my professional life would be the communication part. And if we can communicate without actually talking. My professional career, it might seem it's just a game, but there's a lot that goes into professional baseball. Sometimes you see us running around, people touching each other's ears, and just to get up, making sign language to move guys over here and there. And I feel like that's a key demonstration on how nonverbal cues are crucial to communicate in my profession. Sometimes one team doesn't want the other team to know exactly what we're doing. We can't just yell out, "Hey, move over," "Hey, throw this pitch," or "do this or do that," because if not, the other team's gonna to pick up on that, and that's how you end up losing the game. So, nonverbal communicate. There is a way to communicate within one another in my professional life, and it's very crucial to be on the same page with everybody on your team and to be successful doing that. And I feel like not only in baseball, but in anyone's life, there's always different ways to communicate. Sometimes just a simple facial expression can tell a lot of what a person's thinking, can communicate to someone else. Someone's facial expression, sign language, any type of thing like that can help you determine what is going on in the other person's head at the time. Second section in this course, we learn about public speaking. Public speaking might not sound like it is important in my professional life, just the fact that you don't have to really do much public speaking in baseball, but in professional sports, there is a lot of events and certain things we have to do off the field that causes a lot of public speaking showings. Sometimes we have to speak at charity events or local boys and girls clubs, hospitals, retirement homes. These are different type of things that we do out in public to show that we give back to our communities and not only care about our lives and care about others and helping out others as well. Sometimes you have to speak in front of thousands of people. Sometimes it's 20 people, but at the same time, public speaking still isn't easy, as you know, and what we learned. And I feel like it's important because you don't want to be viewed as just a simple athlete. You want to be viewed as someone that knows how to speak, someone that knows how to carry themselves in public. And I feel when we speak in public and we speak in the right way, we can be viewed as a lot more than just people that can use a bat and hit a ball and run fast or jump high and do all that. Just viewed as simple dumb jocks. That's the word I'm looking for. We're a lot more than that, and I feel like the public speaking helps us vent on how we feel about that and what we're also capable of doing off the field. And there's a third section that we learned about in this class. Had a lot to do with personal communication. The thing that stood out to me and what is important in this section to me is listening. I really didn't before learning about this in this course. I really didn't think that much of listening. I always thought either you're listening or you're not listening. It plays a lot more important than that, especially in the working field and in my profession. Sometimes I feel we think we're listening, but in reality we're not. Sometimes I even catch myself looking into a coach's eyes, and I'm looking right into his eyes, but I'm not really listening to what he's saying. I've been in that situation, and it hasn't worked out too well after that. It's really important because listening the correct way is proven to bring success in the working world, in corporate world, and sales and anything. It's proven to bring success to whatever you're doing. And when you don't listen correctly, it can cause a lot of different problems, such as doing the wrong thing on the base paths, or calling the wrong play, calling the wrong pitch. There's a lot of things that can go into having failure if you don't listen properly. And that just goes in anything, it's just important in life to be a good listener, not only in professional life or working life. In relationships, listening is very important. And on driving and anything, if you're not listening, you're either gonna get into trouble, do something wrong, and then we're gonna be sitting there and regret when something bad happens to us, and we're sitting on the couch without a job or hurt. Or listening is very important. We just gotta leave it at that. The final section, we learned about working in groups. Feel in every workplace, you have to find ways to work successfully in groups. And what caught my eye in this section was effective meetings. When we hear about we're having a meeting, some of us either think it's a meeting that doesn't really need to be happening, or it's just another meeting where not everyone's important. And I feel like in my professional life, it's important to have effective meetings because it could be very unifying in my professional sport. Sometimes meetings are called that are uncalled for, and that's what I learned about. That sometimes meetings are called just because they want to call a meeting, not because it has purpose behind it. And I feel that effective meetings work a lot better than meetings that are just called. And the way that it can be important in my professional life is getting meetings that are involving everybody. Everybody's equal. Doesn't matter if you've been on the team for 7 or 8 years or just your first year. At the end of the day, we're all a team. And when everybody feels equally as important, it works better for the organization, for on the field, off the field. It's just a better vibe all the way around. Because sometimes in all working areas, when meetings are called, you have your people in the back that don't feel as important, that aren't really even paying attention. So in my sport, it'd be the guys that don't play very much. They're in the back, not really paying attention, asking why we're having another meeting, sulking back there. So I feel like finding ways to have effective meetings in my working field is very important. Setting an agenda that I learned about. You can let everybody know, hey, this is what's going on. We're going to do this and that. And that's how everybody knows what's going on. Everybody feels a part of the meeting. And if we can have more of those, I feel like it'd be very successful. All in all, this class was very informative and had a lot of fun doing it. There's many different things that I'll take away from this course, and those are the 4 main points that I want to talk about and take with me into my professional life. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great day.